This segment is sponsored by Our Home magazine.
Our next guest's work was featured in the January-February issue of Our Home magazine. She's the owner and design principal at JTWdesigns.
And she's here to offer some tips with working with a professional interior designer. We welcome Jessica Williamson to Virginia this morning. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I have the first question. When we were talking about you earlier in the show, we said one of the things that you want to do is when you're setting up your designs is not take yourself too seriously. Which would be easy for me. I'm kind of a silly person. But what if it's a really serious person? Does it, it has to kind of fit the client, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and I think that's the most important part. You know, some clients really want to just dive on in and get all the details and really just focus on making those deadlines work and hitting all the budgets, and it's our job to really make sure that we infuse all of that fun, all of those beautiful moments into the project while also keeping on track. But then there's other clients that really just want to have fun with it. So we have to adapt to make sure that our clients are getting a good experience that's really catered towards them. So we have to kind of play both sides of it, to be honest with you, while at the end of the day being really fun.
Fun. It's a lot of fun for you either way.
We like to have a lot of fun.
We're going to take a look at what was featured in this current issue, January-February issue. The article was called Form Follows Function. And this is one of the key components of maybe motivating why you want to work with an interior designer, right? The merits of being involved in a project. We're seeing the pictures here. What was the gist of what happened in this project?
So this was a phenomenal project that we got to start really in the very basic initial portions of the project before any of the ground was even touched. The client reached out to us. They had been working with a fantastic builder, and they asked us really to start just evaluating the plans. They wanted a more human element, bird's eye view, I guess, of the plans to make sure that everything that they were going to touch, the way that the doors function, the way that the furniture was going to be laid out into the rooms, was actually going to work on the human scale and for them specifically. I learned a lot about them. It's really my job to dive into their personal lives, ask all of those questions to make sure that we are evaluating a builder's plan to meet their needs, not just what I think it should be. I would really like to make sure that it's catered. So we really started in the very, very beginning. We're able to make some plan modifications, and then we worked with them throughout the entire process from the plan review all the way down to what vase sat on the dining room table. I mean, we got all in, all the finishes and everything.
So I think what I got out of that was that you work very closely with them to find out what they're about.
That's right.
So you don't have a situation where you put the thing on the table and the person comes in and, what in the world were you thinking? That's not me.
That's right.
Yeah, so it doesn't, you know, or hang something on the wall that looks totally out of character with that person.
That's right. We work very intimately with our clients, and we want our clients to feel very comfortable with us. I mean, I kind of feel like we're a part of their home and a part of their family, and we ask them to invite us in and share with us as much information as possible so that we can make it a really personal experience at the end of the day, being able to kind of think like them and make decisions. But we also get approval on almost every single thing that we do unless the client says go for it. And so we like to make sure that they have vetted everything prior to having it finally installed.
And it's important to do that in so many ways. I think a lot, the mental picture of an interior designer is that you're going to karate chop the pillow in just the right way.
That's right.
It's a much broader picture than that.
It's bigger than that.
We are following a functionality of this space, and
That's
in this project, you know, you come in and you can evaluate, bringing that level of expertise on getting the most out of a project.
That's right. I mean, I kind of say that anything can be pretty. Like, we can make it look beautiful, but if it doesn't function, if it doesn't work for you on the very basic level, then that doesn't matter. I mean, so we really look at it from a design perspective, not a decor perspective. Decoration is all part of it as well, but it really is design from the bottom down to the very last detail, or, you know, big picture to small picture.
Getting all of it. Find Our Home magazine on newsstands today. Subscribe at richmondmagazine.com/home. You'll also find them on Facebook at Our Home Magazine, on Instagram at Our Home Mag.
Big thank you to you for watching Virginia This Morning. We appreciate your company. Our live show returns tomorrow at 9 a.m.